Brother Rawlins, John Rawlins, phoned up about a month later from up in Cincinnati. He said, you coming up here and taking this meeting? I said, no. He said, well, why not? I said, I can't. He said, why can't you? I said, my wife's sick. He said, she left, hadn't she? Bad news travels fast, don't it, boy? And I said, yeah. And he said, are you going to take the meeting or not? I said, no, I just don't think I can preach. He said, God called you to preach? I said, yes. He said, God called your wife to preach? I said, no. He said, you going to quit because she quit? Some of you guys better think about that a while. I found myself back in again. I went along there for something like 12 years and raised my kids by myself, helped my church members, of course, but I mean, these boys here, they had their breakfast cooked by Daddy many a morning, boy, I'll tell you. You think you've had it rough, you ought to eat my breakfast. I've taken those boys and changed the diapers and thrown the diapers out the window to 60 miles an hour, and I've had, oh yeah, man. And I've gone along there with my church members getting a big hot meal for them about 3 times a week. I've had to get from my house to Myrtle Grove and out to here in 60 minutes for the meal. You think you don't drive in that thing, man? You know where Myrtle Grove is? I mean, out there and back out there, and the meal in 60 minutes. I got one boy that liked vegetables and one liked meat. You know, you have 2 kids always take 2 opposite sides in order to emphasize their identity. You know what I mean? I told Mike one time, you're going to take vegetables or else. He wouldn't take vegetables, he'd eat meat. I told him one time, I said, next time you reach that second helping of meat at a table where we're eating without no vegetables, you're going to wish you hadn't. And boy, you're eating, I think you're eating Mrs. Pulley's house over there. She's the best seafood gumbo cook in America. And there's some meat there on the table, and Mike had it the second time. I took that fork and stabbed him right on the table. Well, I went along like that for about 10, 12 years like that, and finally the Lord blessed me and gave me a good Christian wife that helped me out and be a blessing to me. And boy, about that time that thing happened, I thought to myself, boy, here we go again. And I knew the brethren. I know the brethren. Oh, the blessed brethren. I know the blessed brethren. They're slick, smooth, sanctified brethren. God bless your heart. And I said to myself, I might as well get out again. I made plans to get out again. I couldn't get out for nothing, man. I mean, about that time in came the letters. Dear Brother Ruckman, we've been praying for God to give you a good woman for 10 years. Thank God you got one. Bring her with you when you come. You can't get out. God wants you in.